Hey everybody, I'm Kristen Lee. I am rocking my Vloggerino friend Carissa's hair today. My hair is doing that funky grow thing where it's got like flyaways everywhere and it doesn't want to go in a ponytail, and I'm due to dye it. And I'm also going in the pool, so no point in dyeing my hair. Not that you need to know all that, but I'm looking in the monitor. I'm like, yep, I look like my friend. Not intentional. So anyway, it's Sunday. I'm gonna do week 5 recap of Depp Vs Heard. We only have one more week and then hopefully a verdict. I'm hoping that the jury is like, bam, here you go. Here's $50 million, Mr. Depp. Sorry you wasted your time. But before I do that, so I don't forget, I'll do this. Alright. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Did something fun. Oops. Oh, it's up. It's a paragraph. Oh my gosh. Alright. So, Shonda Rhimes says, "My father used to say to me, the only limit to your success is your own imagination. I actually believe that. Like, I'm still coming to terms with the fact that I might not be an Olympic figure skater. I'm sure there are barriers. I have just chosen not to acknowledge them." I don't know what this... Usually they've been on point. Maybe this is my sign because I was super homesick yesterday. Oh my gosh. It hit hard. To the point where I called some of my closest friends, my bestest friends, to try and get them to go to a New Kids on the Block concert. But I didn't know that their lineup was so cool. They have this mixtape tour going on, and it's New Kids on the Block, Rick Astley, Salt and Peppa, and Vogue. And I'm like, just throw in like Boys to Men or, you know, somebody else and we're good to go. Anyway, so Depp Vs Heard. I don't really have any notes or anything because I've gotten to the point where I don't believe her. And every single witness that she had, including herself, contradicts her story. So I don't know what to do, and it's just I've been showing up every day. I've been listening every day. I cannot stand her attorney Elaine's voice. I cannot take that her team is so condescending, and they mimic, they mock anybody other than their client. So Amber was still on the, she was still her own witness. She was on the witness stand Monday and Tuesday. I kind of blanked out for a good part of it because it just, her storytelling is just that, but it's not good storytelling. And it's like, she keeps pulling different stories out of her butt, and she's not believable in my eyes. I just don't believe her. Then Cross happened, and Camille was a superhero. Like, I think it was T Public put this shirt up, and I agree, she was not taking it. Like, she let Amber know, this is the date, this is the time, this is the place that we're talking about, and here are yes or no questions, or, you know, she didn't really give her a lot of elaborating room. The thing that drove me nuts is that this woman, Amber, would not say that she didn't pay these charities that she's been getting praise for the last 6 years. you know, she said that she was going to give her divorce settlement to charity. And out of $7 million, only 500 to 700,000 has made it to the charities. And a lot of them weren't, like, a lot of the money was not from her. It was from Elon Musk and from Johnny Depp himself. When he first started paying the payments, he sent it to the ACLU, and she was like, no, you know, I want the tax write-off, I want the credit, I want all this, you send the money to me. So since then, no money has been donated by her to either charity. And Camille kept saying, you know, so you didn't pay it, you know. And she kept saying, I pledged, I will pay it. No, you've already been paid in full. Like, the $7 million, you had the $7 million. Where'd it go? It didn't go to the charities. So the joke with my Vloggerino friends and I were, I'm pledging to pay my bills this month. Yeah, she was something. I don't know how Johnny did it for the amount of time that he was with her. A lot of the witnesses after that weren't anybody to write home about. Her sister got pretty much everything mixed up. Story-wise, she was still going with the script. I'm putting quotation marks because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But whatever script they had for the court case in England isn't working here, and nobody coached any of these witnesses prior to their depositions. And a lot of the depositions that were taped the last couple years because of the pandemic, they don't match up what Amber herself has said on the stand. And if it's the truth, then it should, you know, the same story should go to the same people. Yeah, even like how he lost the tip of his finger. Somebody said that there was a vodka bottle and that he did it to himself. Somebody doesn't even know how the finger got cut off. It was really bad. And Amber threw her own team under the bus, saying that she gave all the things that Camille was asking about. She goes, well, if we haven't seen it, it doesn't mean that it's not in evidence. I gave everything. And Elaine ran up to the judge and was like, Judge, I don't have them. I don't know what she's talking about. So I don't know whether or not her team is just hanging her to dry now. But there was this one lady who was a friend of Rocky's that they were all freeloading as far as I'm concerned. Nobody tried to pay Johnny Depp for any of the places that they were living or whatever. And this woman was hanging out with Amber and Rocky and whatever. And I think it was the day that, don't quote me on it because I don't know. But all I know is that Johnny came in and saw all these people in his house. It's like, get these people out of my house. I don't know who this bee is. Get her out, you know. And this woman was really offended and she was terrified of him. So instead of being a grown-up and picking up her stuff and saying, hey, this is too tense for me. I don't want to be in this situation. Let me know if you want to go out to dinner or something like that. Call me later. She hid in their closet. Who does that? Who's like, you know what? I'm afraid of this guy. I'm going to hide in a closet. Like, you're not part of some slasher film. This is real life. You don't have to hide in the closet. And then he left, and then they just kept drinking and doing whatever. I'm like, I don't know. And I don't know how Johnny didn't die of boredom with her friends. They were... I'm an introvert with, like, a book addiction, and I love coffee, and going out to Barnes and Noble and Starbucks is like an outing for me, and I am happy. And I'm more interesting than their friends. Like, it was so bad. I don't know how he did it. Especially, like, in the beginning of the trial, we met Isaac, who has been friends with Johnny for 40-something years. And he's hilarious. Trying to think. They had Johnny's, I think it was his accounting manager, the one that stole $650 million from him, or lost it. They had him as a witness, and I'm like, you have balls to, like, show your face, because he settled out of court because Johnny sued him, and they settled out of court because he knew what he did. Who else did they get from his past? His talent agent, who reminded me of Edna from The Incredibles, the lady that's like no kips. His therapist, which proved that, you know, he has a drinking and addiction problem. We know. And after hearing and seeing what I've seen, I don't blame him. I really don't. I'm not saying that it's okay, and, you know, but to each their own. And I didn't always have the best coping mechanisms for certain relationships that I had, so I don't blame them. I really don't. They had Disney. They keep saying that Pirates 6 wasn't in the works, but I'm like, it had to have been in the works, because the way that they left Pirates 5, there was kind of the, you know how Disney and Marvel and everybody's been doing that, like, last scene at the last part of the movie. There was one that Davy Jones is still alive, so I was under the assumption that they were going to do another Pirates and end it, hopefully, because it's been dying a slow death since 3. Actually, since 2. I didn't like 3 that much. I'm trying to think of who else was on. Oh, they found Ellen Barkin. Who knew? Like, in the press, Jennifer Grey, she came out with a memoir, and I didn't know that she dated Johnny Depp, but apparently, you know, he's always had a temper issue. But I don't know very many celebrities from the 90s that didn't have temper issues because they were on white powdery substances. Everybody that I was interested in, he found out it had some kind of issue, you know, some kind of substance problem. I don't want to say substance abuse, because not all of them, some of them kicked it, but that's all she proved, was that he has a temper and that he likes to throw things. I still don't understand how people throw bottles of alcohol. You spend that much money on alcohol and you're gonna trash it. I don't get it. But yeah, Ellen Barkin was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I didn't even know she was in the movie. Granted, my memory of the movie is, I remember the lizard or dinosaur heads. I remember the clowns. I remember the car scene with the bat. I remember Benicio del Toro tripping out. And I remember Christina Ricci being like the young love interest of Benicio's, and Johnny Depp's character is like get her out. You're gonna go to jail. You're a lawyer. What are you doing? But I didn't know she was in
I had to dig in IMDb, but she was a waitress.
And I'm looking at this
that was her part.
And Johnny Depp is doing what the rest of us are doing. We're like, who is this? And we're trying to like figure out like what she's been in since the 90s. But anyway, we found out that she was a side piece in between Winona Ryder and Kate Moss. So in between that time, because he had a public relationship with Winona Ryder, they broke up. Apparently he got with Ellen Barkin for a couple of months while they were shooting the movie. That ended. He ended up with Kate Moss, and then after Kate Moss, he met his wife, Vanessa Paradis. So she's just bitter. Ellen Barkin was just bitter. It was kind of comical. Trying to think who else. Oh, the other gold star, I think his name's Wade. I gotta find out. But he took on the social media analysis, whatever. His job was to take hashtags and things like that and see how the press was revolving around those hashtags. And I don't know, it was BS as far as I'm concerned. But apparently, Amber Heard does not like the following hashtags. Hashtag Amber Turd, which is one of my faves. Hashtag we just don't like you, Amber. And hashtag Amber is a hoax. And I believe all of them, so I know Twitter has been going crazy with that. And then 2 YouTubers were called out or named by Adam Waldman. It was that umbrella guy, which I've linked him before because I've used his pictures from Twitter. And the other one was Brian, that does Incredibly Average. And he's the one that I have been following since the beginning of the case. He's very thorough in how he makes sense of the evidence that's there. So I think he's been following it since 2018. I'm not sure. But yeah, they got called out and it was pretty cool because like the little panel that I watched, they were like bugging out in the chat that, you know, people that they watched, because for a while Amber Heard's team was trying to shut down those channels or call them bots. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool for a live court case to name YouTubers. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, not much to write home about. Oh, gold star to Wade. So the analysis guy was also telling the jury that hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp has been going on since 2013. And I don't know why. Now I have to find out what he was into in 2013. But anyway, we said something along the lines of...
His name could be Andrew. I couldn't find
I believe
who he is in the lineup of Depp's lawyers.
And the analysis guy said, yes, you know, I do believe in the justice system and coming out with information to provide innocence to who deserves it, kind of thing. And Wade was like, me too. And that was it. Then he just like walked off. So I don't know. As of Friday, well, as of Thursday, Amber's side has burned through all of their hours. I think they only have 8 hours left of being able to bring witnesses and just to have their case. And I think Johnny's side has 10 more hours than they do. I don't know. I have no idea how they're gonna pull it off. I do like the fact that Judge Penny let them know that the jury is going to get a laptop with all of the evidence so that they can listen to the audios, they can listen, or they can watch the videos. That was the other person. Anyway, I'll come back to that. They can watch the videos, they can look at all the pictures and go through all the evidence. The last thing, actually the two last bits of information, they had a domestic violence detective, but the way that she made her job sound was like she was the social worker that works with the LAPD to make sure that all domestic violence calls or any domestic calls that come through, that the paperwork is filed correctly, and that if they need to go back or anything like that, she goes over all of that. I don't know what they were trying to get with her, because all she said was that all 4 officers did their job. So I don't know what the purpose of all of that was. And then, who was the other one? Oh, they were talking about a bruise kit. And Amber Heard kind of got like mixed up with herself, because she keeps saying I used my bruise kit when I had to cover up bruises. And there is a bruise kit in FX makeup, and it's, you know, it's a color wheel and it's got different colors to make different shades of bruises and stuff. And then another time she slipped and said that she would punch herself in the head or something like that. And I'm like, you're saying that these things happen to you because of him and he's not even in town, and then you just admitted to punching yourself in the head. Like, what are you doing? But I'm convinced that the pictures that do have bruises are from Botox. I also think that the busted lip is from a cold sore. And that was the other person, was the makeup artist. That was a hot mess. That was an absolute hot mess. So I'm gonna cut it off now, because I'll just keep going around in circles. But like I said, not much happened this week other than Camille being a badass. And I really hope that they can get through their witnesses on Monday, and that Tuesday they can both put their cases out there, and then we can have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the jury to decide what they're going to decide. I really do hope that Johnny wins, so, because I just, after everything that's come out, I'm not saying that he's an angel, but I'm also saying that I don't think he did everything that she's saying that he did. So yeah. Thanks for listening to me ramble for almost 25 minutes. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a great start to your week. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.